The Superhero Squirrel and the Great Nut Rescue. In the heart of Willow Wood Forest, where ancient oaks stretched toward the sky and the air buzzed with the chatter of critters, lived a young squirrel named Sammy. Unlike other squirrels, Sammy wasn't content just scampering and gathering nuts. He dreamed of being a hero, a superhero. With a tiny red cape stitched from a maple leaf and a mask made from acorn shells, he called himself Superhero Squirrel. The other animals giggled at his antics, but Sammy didn't care. He knew one day he'd prove himself. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves swirled through the forest, disaster struck. The Great Nut Cache, a massive underground store of nuts gathered by all the forest creatures for winter, had vanished. The news spread like wildfire. Every acorn, walnut, and hazelnut was gone, leaving the animals in a panic. Without the cache, they'd starve when the snows came. As Sammy, perched on a low branch, overheard the council of animals, Wise Owl, Grumpy Badger, and Chatty Chipmunk, debating what to do. "It's those sneaky raccoons from Shady Hollow," Grumpy Badger growled. "They've always eyed our nuts." But Wise Owl shook her head. "We need proof, not accusations. Without the nuts, winter will be grim." Sammy's tail twitched with excitement. This was his chance. "I'll find the nuts," he squeaked, puffing out his chest. The council stared, then burst into laughter. "You, little Sammy?" Chatty Chipmunk chuckled. "This is a job for grown animals, not a caped daydreamer." But Sammy's eyes gleamed with determination. "I'm Superhero Squirrel, and I'll save the day." With a flick of his cape, Sammy set off, ignoring the snickers. His first stop was Shady Hollow, home of the raccoons. The place was a maze of tangled roots and shadowy burrows. As Sammy crept closer, he spotted Ricky, the raccoon leader, lounging with his crew. Their paws were suspiciously clean, no dirt from digging up a nut cache. Sammy's super senses tingled. If the raccoons didn't take the nuts, who did? Following a hunch, Sammy scampered to the riverbank, where he noticed something odd: tiny, muddy footprints leading to a hollow log. Inside, he found a single walnut and a scrap of blue fabric. "A clue," Sammy whispered. The fabric wasn't raccoon fur, it was soft, like a bird's feather. But what bird would steal nuts? Birds didn't even eat them. Sammy's adventure led him to the tallest tree in Willowwood, home to Blue Jay, a flashy bird known for his pranks. Sammy climbed up, dodging twigs and slippery moss, until he reached Blue Jay's nest. There, glittering in the sunlight, was the Great Nut Cache, or most of it. Nuts were piled high, and Blue Jay was strutting proudly, wearing a blue scarf that matched the scrap Sammy found. "Why'd you do it, Blue Jay?" Sammy demanded, standing tall in his tiny cape. Blue Jay squawked, startled. I just wanted to be noticed. Everyone talks about the squirrel's nuts, but no one cares about my shiny treasures. I thought if I had the cache, I'd be the hero." Sammy's tail drooped. He understood wanting to be special, he felt that way, too. But stealing wasn't the answer. "Being a hero means helping others, not taking what's theirs," Sammy said firmly. "Come with me. We'll fix this together." Blue Jay hesitated, then nodded, ashamed. Together, they began the tricky task of moving the nuts back to the cache. It wasn't easy. Sammy's tiny paws and Blue Jay's wings weren't built for such a load. Halfway through, disaster struck again. A hawk swooped down, eyeing the nuts. Sammy's heart raced, but he remembered his superhero training, mostly self-taught acrobatics. "Follow my lead," he shouted to Blue Jay. Sammy zipped up a tree, cape flapping, and tossed an acorn to distract the hawk. Blue Jay, inspired, dive-bombed the predator with a flurry of feathers. Working together, they scared the hawk off, saving the nuts. By dusk, the cache was back where it belonged, and the forest animals cheered. At the council meeting that night, Wise Owl praised Sammy. "You've shown us what a true hero is, Superhero Squirrel." She turned to Blue Jay, who hung his head. "And you, Blue Jay, have a chance to make things right." Blue Jay promised to share his shiny treasures with the forest to help rebuild trust. The animals threw a feast, and Sammy, still in his cape, felt prouder than ever. He'd learned that being a hero wasn't about fame, it was about doing what's right, even when it's hard, and helping others find their way. As winter blanketed Willowwood, Sammy and Blue Jay became an unlikely team, patrolling the forest for trouble. The Great Nut Rescue became a legend, reminding everyone that courage, teamwork, and a little forgiveness could save the day. And Sammy? He never stopped wearing his cape, because Superhero Squirrel was here to stay. The end.